Hello, I'm Nikita Morell, a copywriter and marketing strategist for architects, and welcome to day 15 of 30 architecture website fixes in 30 days. So today we're going to look at how to grab the attention of your prospective clients and make them stay on your website, well, so they don't exit and jump onto your competitor's website. But before we dive into how to grab the attention of your prospective client, I want to mention a mistake I see quite often on architecture websites. That being using useless words on your homepage. And by useless words, I mean phrases like, welcome, hi there, we are an XYZ studio. I just want to use Mark Odom Studio as an example. So as you arrive on their homepage, you can immediately see in very large font, we are Mark Odom Studio. Now, lots of marketers suggest that websites are your shopfront, or in architect's case, your shingle. But I disagree with this. Your website is not your shopfront. There is no need for scented candles, mood lighting, or complimentary iced tea. Such greetings, in my opinion, especially on your homepage, are a waste of words and website real estate. Think about it this way. Someone has just landed on your website. And perhaps they're already familiar with your practice, or perhaps they're doing a random search and just stumbled upon it. Whatever the reason, you need to give them a reason to stay. And here's the clincher. Studies show you have less than 15 seconds. Yeah, 15 seconds to capture someone's attention. And if you don't do it within that time, you've lost them. So what does this mean? Well, instead of greeting your prospective client, you need to communicate to them very, very quickly about who you are, what you do, and who you do it for, and even why you do it. That is, why your prospective client should care. Because if your visitors can't find this info fast enough, they'll get frustrated and close the tab before you can say Zaha Hadid. So in Mark Odom's case, I suggest that they could potentially use this little paragraph here, or this little statement here, we design environments both inside and out that reflect the unique vision of each client we serve. They can move it right up here and replace this, we are Mark Odom Studio, with that text. So immediately, at least their audience can see what they do and how they do it. So my point is, you need to make every word count. Don't waste your copy on empty words. They're just occupying precious space, and it's a wasted opportunity. If you want to be friendly and welcoming, then there are other ways you can evoke this warm feeling. For example, you can create a casual, friendly tone of voice throughout your website copy. Or maybe you can integrate beautiful images which showcase your studio space and team. Or even your font selection layout and color palette can be used to create a feeling of fun and that you're a friendly practice. Here's another example of a practice that could really improve their homepage. So I'll go click to their homepage. This is what you see when you first arrive on their website. And it's the time. Now, if I was a prospective client and I landed on this site, I'm probably wondering, am I in the right place? I mean, they don't really need the time. They can just probably look up onto the upper right-hand corner of their screen. So you need to think, even this kind of a welcome screen, is it necessary, or is it just another distraction for a prospective client who is most likely very time poor? Now I want to show you some good examples of architecture practices that use copy to immediately tell prospective clients that they're in the right place. So this is one of my favorites. It's Klein Studio, and as you can see, it's got a beautiful image, and then overlaid on the image is this tagline, tiny house concepts designed by the world's leading architects. So you can see very clearly it communicates what they do, tiny houses, and there's even bonus points because they've even got a call to action button here as well. Well, here's another example. Is Shepley Bulfinch. They say, we want to be the first to say no one has ever done it this way. I love this example because you immediately get a sense of what this practice stands for. You can tell that they're going to push boundaries and they're not going to be afraid to take risks. You get a sense and a feeling of the people behind the firm as well. Okay, and just one more example. Sorry, I'm just really going hard on the examples today. This is Handel Architects. So they say, we believe in the power of architecture to create positive urban change. So upon landing on their page, you're just really greeted with this big, bold belief statement. And I think statements like this really work because they tell the why behind what you do. And it's a great way to encourage an emotional connection with your prospective clients, especially if their beliefs align with yours, and they can develop this sense of trust. Now, I want you to think about your own website for a second, and I want you to do this 5-second test. Stick with me here. Here's how it works. I want you to show your site to a stranger. Count to 5, and then turn off your screen. Now ask them, what do you remember? And if they can't recall what you do, or at least why you do it or how you do it, then I suspect your headline copy is a little too vague, and you just failed the 5-second test. So before I go on, I want to share 3 quick steps to create a compelling website tagline. Step 1, have a deep understanding of your ideal client, also known as your target audience, and ask yourself, who are your services best suited to? Step 2, decide what the biggest benefit of your offer is. So what value do you add? And step 3, now it's time to craft your tagline. And to make it easy for you, I've just got a few formulas that perhaps you can just kind of use and maybe adapt to create your own headline. So I'll just pull them up here, but it says, we do this for whom, or what for whom, get this benefit by doing this. So obviously these are just templates, but I encourage you to have a bit of a play and try and get it into a neat kind of tagline that really can immediately communicate what it is that your firm does and who you do it for. And for example, it could be, we design homes for growing families, or commercial architecture for property developers who want marketable, distinct buildings. Don't try and be too clever. When it comes to your website, ordinary but clear copy always trumps creative but vague. So remember, tell your prospective clients what you offer and why they should care without wasting their time or brain power. And they'll reward you by sticking around on your website for longer and reaching out to pursue the conversation even further. Okay, so I hope that helped a little bit, and that's all for today. But if you're still having trouble coming up with a tagline, or you just don't have the time or the brain power to write one yourself, send me an email, hello@nikitamorel.com. Taglines aren't easy, even though they're short. They're very difficult and they're complex, and they really do require you to have a solid understanding of your brand strategy and your marketing strategy as well. So definitely send me an email, and I'd love to help you. And don't forget to tune in tomorrow for day 16. Thanks.